This is a sperm whale leaving the sun behind, diving into the deepest sections of the ocean to hunt. Inside the stomachs of these whales, researchers frequently find the remains of colossal squids. Based on the frequency of these encounters and the total global population of sperm whales, scientists estimate that millions of these large cephalopods must be hunting in the depths, even if we almost never see them alive. The environment they inhabit is nearly impossible for humans to navigate. It is a world of absolute darkness and crushing pressure, where the only movement is the slow drift of marine snow, decaying biological material falling silently from the surface. To study this world, we traditionally send down vehicles like this submersible. But in a habitat defined by silence and darkness, the arrival of mechanical thrusters and high-intensity floodlights acts as a deterrent. Our presence changes the environment before we can even begin to observe it. By the time our cameras are in position, the creatures we came to find have already fled into the dark. This sonar visualization shows a nightly biological migration so dense, it originally tricked military operators into thinking the ocean floor itself was moving. Every night, millions of tons of living mass rise from the depths to feed under the cover of darkness. Many of the animals in this migration live in near-freezing temperatures with high oxygen concentrations. These conditions slow down cellular growth, allowing certain species to reach much larger sizes than their relatives in warmer waters, a phenomenon known as polar gigantism. This giant isopod is a direct relative of the common garden pillbug. While its terrestrial cousins are barely a centimeter long, the conditions of the deep sea allow this crustacean to grow to more than 40 centimeters in length. Capturing visual evidence of these oversized creatures has historically required decades of research and thousands of expensive deep-sea dives. Until recently, our knowledge of Earth's largest ecosystem relied almost entirely on sheer luck and rare camera encounters. Relying on multi-million-dollar submarines to find specific animals is a limited strategy. Mapping the true scale of life in the abyss requires a shift from physical observation to forensic analysis. Researchers have moved past the need to see these animals directly. Instead, they are now tracking the biological material that every creature naturally sheds as it moves through the water. The water column is saturated with genetic data. As animals travel, they leave behind microscopic traces, skin cells, mucus, and scales that dissolve and remain suspended in the environment. This process, known as environmental DNA, or eDNA, allows scientists to bypass submersibles. By filtering a single sample of water, like this one collected in Antarctica, they can extract the genetic signatures of whatever passed through the area. The ocean effectively acts as a forensic record. It holds the biological markers of any creature in the vicinity, regardless of where that animal is hiding when the sample is taken. Scientists use this data in two ways. The first is a targeted approach, where they use a specific genetic marker to isolate the DNA of a single species, while ignoring everything else in the water sample. This was used to find the angel shark. Because this shark is a master of camouflage, it was thought to have disappeared from certain regions. But when eDNA samples confirmed its presence, divers were able to go to the exact coordinates and find the sharks hidden beneath the sand. The second method is a broad survey. Researchers collect daily water samples to sequence every genetic marker present, identifying hundreds of different species in a single analysis. By comparing samples taken at different times, scientists can map the massive nightly migration of deep-sea life without ever entering the water or using artificial lights that might disturb the animals. We no longer have to wait 20 years for a lucky sighting to verify that a species is present. This technology allows us to build precise heat maps of elusive creatures across vast stretches of the ocean. Recently, researchers applied these eDNA techniques to samples taken from the abyssal plain, the deepest parts of the ocean floor. They brought the water back to labs to sequence the genetic code hidden in the silt and darkness. When compared to global databases, 90% of the deepwater DNA did not match any known species on Earth. This biological void, the dark taxa, represents millions of unseen species existing in the deep in vast numbers, yet never documented by human eyes. Scientists are now using machine learning to categorize these genetic signatures, predicting how these unknown animals might be related to species we already understand. There is a growing urgency to this work. The ocean ecosystem is changing, and eDNA provides a baseline to track the health of the abyss before these unknown species are lost to shifts in temperature and chemistry. We have finally found a way to map the deepest parts of our planet, and in doing so, we've realized that we share the Earth with millions of invisible creatures, swimming just out of reach in the dark.